Trump just called his own supporters stupid. Seriously.
Damn, imagine blindly following someone because they said that they were going to make something great again, only for him to go up on his Truth Social and say that you guys are weaklings and he no longer wants your votes.
Oof, Trump supporters, are you okay? It's been a really rough morning for you. Your guy, Donald Trump, has already called you weaklings for caring about Jeffrey Epstein. He said he doesn't want your support anymore. Ouch. And now this.
Some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, guys, you can't believe what has just happened. Donald Trump, he has called his supporters stupid simply because the Republicans, they were asking for Epstein file. So kindly, guys, I don't want to talk too much. Kindly watch this video till the end. Then I'll be back with more comment. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle. All credits goes to the original creator of the video.
We have some crazy breaking news. Trump just turned on his own supporters again, but this time it's worse. In a new post, Trump called the Jeffrey Epstein case a hoax, compared it to Russia, and said he's done with MAGA who bring it up. I'm going to quote this real quick. My past supporters have bought into this, I'm going to say BS. I don't want their support anymore. That is crazy. Trump is now saying that anyone demanding the Epstein list is actually doing the Democrats' work and calling them weaklings. He's calling his MAGA supporters weaklings. This comes just days after Laura Trump said even more Epstein documents might be released, and weeks after Trump's allies spent months promising bombshell files. So why the sudden flip? Trump's being booed at games, he's facing bipartisan pressure to release documents, and even his own base is starting to turn on him for protecting the powerful and not children. Rather than answering questions, he's calling the whole thing fake and calling out the people who used to back him. And that's the real story here, guys. And my question is, are his followers just going to get back in line and say, yes, sir? Or are they going to continue demanding what is right? My name is Jared Zisser. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Substack for all breaking news, all updates, and the full story.
Oof, Trump supporters, are you okay? It's been a really rough morning for you. Your guy, Donald Trump, has already called you weaklings for caring about Jeffrey Epstein. He said he doesn't want your support anymore. Ouch. And now this. He was just asked if he was disowning you, and he said yes. Oh, I'm sorry, that's gotta really hurt. Also, he thinks you're really stupid. I love that he's trying to now blame this on Democrats when it was him and his people, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, who have been talking about this relentlessly, but suddenly they got 3 minutes out of the Epstein video and you guys figured it out and now they're like, there's nothing to see here. I'm sorry they think you're so dumb. I know you're not. Maybe it's time to reassess. Also, you know what I just found out today? According to Epstein himself, he's the one who introduced Donald Trump and Melania. He did. That's, woof, it's kind of icky, isn't it? Kind of sucks when you find out that your guy is the deep state.
Donald Trump just denounced his own supporters for asking him to release the Epstein files, and then he called them weaklings and said he doesn't need their support anymore. So here's some of what Trump posted in a giant Truth Social rant this morning, in which he claims the Jeffrey Epstein files are the latest Democratic hoax. Here's what he said, quote, "Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into this BS hook, line, and sinker." And then he goes on to call his supporters weak, saying the following, quote, "Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work, because I don't want their support anymore." So that is Donald Trump disavowing his own base and calling them weaklings for asking him to release the files that he promised he would release while he was campaigning. I mean, are you guys tired of being played yet, MAGA? He played you, and he thinks you're weak.
So guys, you have just seen, and this is to tell you that right now, majority of MAGA people, Republicans, they have started to see the true color of Donald Trump. So right now, they know exactly the person they have voted, because Donald Trump, he has come openly and he's saying that These people, they are very stupid. He doesn't care about their support right now anymore. You can imagine, after voting for someone, get him in office, and then he's coming out and telling you that you are very stupid. He doesn't care about what you are saying or what you are demanding, because majority of Republicans, they have been demanding the Epstein file, but Donald Trump, he's seeing them like stupid people. So let's continue watching, then I'll be back with more comment.
So guys, let's get this straight. Donald Trump just called his own supporters weaklings because they still want the Epstein files released. Really let that sink in, because these people have been ride or die for him through everything. And the moment they want real answers about Epstein, Donald Trump calls them past supporters, says he doesn't want their support anymore, and straight up insults them. Guys, this is cult-like behavior. This man literally spits in their faces and they still line up to cheer for him like nothing happened. Because to them, Donald Trump isn't just a candidate, he's a religion. If you really think this isn't about covering his own ass, the man that went from promising transparency to screaming hoax and cussing the people out that are still digging, that's not strategy, that's panic. You don't throw your own people under the bus unless you're hiding something, guys. And Trump is hiding a lot. It's actually pathetic to watch a grown man melting down at midnight on social media crying about a scam because people are demanding the truth. And the saddest part, really, is that his followers are too brainwashed to even care. He can insult them to their faces and they'll still chant his name like a concert. This isn't leadership, guys. It's desperation and it screams.
Trump just called his own supporters stupid. Seriously, listen to this.
Some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net, and so they try and do the Democrats' work.
So let's get this straight. For years, Trump's base, plus a bunch of big-name Republicans, have been demanding the Epstein files. You've got Kash Patel, J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi, even Trump himself, all hyping up transparency and saying these files need to be released.
Please do not let that story go.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list?
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it.
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
And now Trump's like, oops, it was all a hoax and my own party fell for it. I mean, talk about throwing your fans under the bus. First, he promises to release the files. Then he calls everyone who believed him stupid. Imagine being one of those Republicans who went on Fox News demanding the files only to get called out by your own guy. Wild. But remember, in Trump world, the story always changes. It's never his fault. It's always a Democrat hoax. The real question, how many times does he have to insult his own supporters before they stop falling for it?
Well, Trump goes on his Truth Social and does his little tirade, and now he's calling the Jeffrey Epstein files a scam, a hoax. Once again, back to those terms. But the more interesting thing that the alleged President Donald Trump said was, he told his followers, those who support him, if they believe the Epstein files, he doesn't want your support anymore. And you know what? This is not the first time he said something like this. The first time was when he said, vote for me and you'll never have to vote again. And now he's telling you, I don't need your support. I don't want your support. That's what you mean to Donald Trump. The alleged president doesn't give a shit about his own supporters, his own voter base, none of it. He only cares about himself. He said it himself. I don't want your support anymore. What more evidence do you need that the alleged president is not for you? He's not America first. He is Trump first and Trump only. And his little billionaire buddies that he's dragging along for the ride. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's not about you. It's about him. It's not about America. It's about Trump. Like, share, follow for more. This is Grim with Get the Rant, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Donald Trump just isn't getting it. This morning he said we were stupid, foolish, We're being tricked by the Democrats. That we're ignoring all of his accomplishments, and we just don't understand, and that we're weak. And that if we don't just go along, he doesn't want our support. If we're still going to keep pursuing this Epstein list. I think he's misunderstanding his base. I think he's misunderstanding Christian values. We don't care about all the good things you've done if you're hurting children. We don't care about all those things. We want to know who in our government is hurting children.
Donald Trump is furious, not at Democrats, but at his own supporters over the Jeffrey Epstein story. So for years now, Trump has promised to release Jeffrey Epstein's client list if he became president again. It's the list of the powerful people allegedly tied to Epstein's human trafficking ring. Then about a month ago, Trump's own attorney general said she's got the list. It's on her desk. She's reviewing it and she's releasing it shortly. A week ago, supporters are going, okay, where's the list? The White House says, there's no list. And they're like, what do you mean there's no list? He goes, no, there's no list. There's nothing to release. And they're like, well, she said it was on her desk. Well, Trump then this weekend flip-flopped again and said, oh, there's a list. But it's fake news. It was created by President Obama and the Democrats, and it's fake, so I'm not going to release it. Which, let's be honest, pretty much screams that the list implicates Donald Trump himself. Today, Trump is lashing out again. In a scorched earth social media post this morning, Trump called MAGA outrage over Epstein bullshit and a scam by Democrats. He said his own MAGA critics were, quote, past supporters who'd bought the Epstein lie hook, line, and sinker. And he doesn't even want their support anymore. Mind you, Trump's the one who sold his supporters on the Epstein files to begin with. He's the one who kept promising in the election, I'm going to release them. So this morning, Trump tells a reporter that the Epstein story was, quote, pretty boring stuff and that only really bad people want to know more. Let's watch the video.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. Really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that.
Now, Trump is, of course, using his old playbook. When something looks bad, blame the Democrats. But here's the twist. The backlash started inside his own MAGA base. Many feel betrayed, and Democrats only piled on afterwards once they smelled political blood in the water. Trump is betting he can convince his followers of anything and that they'll stick with him no matter what. But calling your own base weaklings and saying only really bad people care about Epstein?
MAGA, Trump said y'all some weaklings, child. Ooh, wee. How's your fearless tangerine and chief treating y'all now? How y'all feel about that? Oh, you're weaklings. It's a Democratic hoax. The Epstein files are a hoax set up by Biden and Obama. Obama ain't been in office in almost 2 terms in 10 months. Girl, what is you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, hilarious, 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 hilarious. But hey, that's who y'all voted for, right? He never lies. He never lies. I only tell the truth. Well, joke's on you. Joke's on you. Joke's on you.
Trump has attacked his own voters. Wait till you get all of this. He says, I don't understand it. I don't know why they'd be so interested. Talking about Jeffrey Epstein. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. What does that mean? He was never a big factor in terms of life? What? He says, I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. Really? After all this time? Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But brother, at this point, people weren't asking about you. But now you're saying that it is about you. You sound weirdly defensive. Then he says, but I don't understand why Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sort of, but it's boring. I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. Wow. He just called MAGA really bad people because they definitely want to know.
There are bigger things going on right now than some list, but to our president, he's obsessed with it. And he attacked a whole subset of his base today. Let's look at what he said. So he doubles down on this being a crooked Hillary thing. He doubled down on it being a Biden thing. He doubled down on it coming from the Democrats. And the new scam that the Democrats are pulling is about this list. He went on to call his supporters that believe this, past supporters saying they believe this hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned anything in 8 years. And that the Dems have succeeded in this hoax. And the weaklings will continue to believe it. Talking about his followers. Now, there are bigger things that I should be talking about, but this is news. It's going to continue the divide within the Trump base, and we'll have to see how that plays out. It could be interesting.
So guys, I hope you have watched that and you have seen how majority of MAGA people and Republicans, they are not happy because Donald Trump, he has turned out to be someone who they never knew, because this is a wake-up call to them, because right now they have started to know the leaders that are the kind of leader that they put into power. So you can imagine, your leader is coming out and calling you stupid and calling you weaklings, and also he's adding up that he doesn't care with what you are demanding, because majority of Republicans, they have been demanding for Epstein file. But Donald Trump, he doesn't care. So right now he's calling them stupid, and also he's saying that he doesn't need their support anymore. I know this, it is really hard, because so many Republicans, MAGA people, they didn't expect this from their leaders. And these are the kind of leaders that we need to look into. We need to see earlier before giving them the votes, getting them the job. So this, it is to show you that Donald Trump, he has been playing them for a very long time, and this is exactly what black people, they saw in Donald Trump. You know, majority of black people, they knew Donald Trump, and they even end to an extent of warning the MAGA people not to vote in for Donald Trump. But majority of MAGA people, Republicans, they didn't want to listen to the black people, so they went ahead and vote against their own interests. So right now you can see what they voted. It is not exactly what they are getting. And you can imagine majority of them they are being called stupid. It is like Donald Trump played them, because Donald Trump, apart from calling them stupid, we have seen how Donald Trump, he is ruining the life of MAGA people. You know, first of all, MAGA people, they thought that Donald Trump policy, it will only affect black people. We have seen how the farmers, they are crying, their crops, it is rotting in the farm. The MAGA farmers, their crop, it is rotting in the farms. No one is coming, no one is going to pick the crops in the farm, simply because also they voted against their own interest. The people who are helping them, they knew it is the immigrant, but they went ahead and vote immigrants to be deported back to their country. And right now they are suffering, they are crying. Majority of them, they are going bankrupt, simply because there's no anyone who is coming to help them in the farms. The workers, they are vanishing. They fear the raids. And also, we have been seeing how a majority of MAGA people also, they are coming out saying that life, it has become expensive. There is a high cost of living. And also, majority of the MAGA people, they cannot even afford basic necessities. The other week, we saw what the Republicans and the Senate, they vote 51% to pass the big beautiful bill, whereby this big beautiful bill, it was helping some of the hospital in the rurals. It was giving some snacks to the children. But you can imagine the Republicans and the Senate, they went ahead and vote to crash the big beautiful bill, just to affect those low income people. So right now we are seeing also Donald Trump is coming out and saying in their face that these people, they are really stupid. I don't need them right now anymore. So for me, I can tell you that I wish you knew earlier, you would listen to what black people, they have been telling you not to vote in for Donald Trump, because black people, they knew the kind of person Donald Trump is. So right now, majority of MAGA people, they are feeling it, and also the people who are now seeing the kind of the struggle and the challenges the MAGA people, they are going through. It is those black people and the white people who, they are not MAGA. And also I've seen some of the videos also, MAGA people, they have decided, majority of the MAGA people, they are moving out of the MAGA movement. They are now also sending a message to the MAGA who, they are still MAGA people, to quit the movement. Now, these are the kind of leaders that also, as we usually have in some of the African country, whereby when they want to get in power during the time of election, they will come with good policy. They will tell you they will do this, they will do that, they will reduce the high cost of livings. They will listen to you guys. But right now, when these people they're getting into office, we have seen them changing, and also they're putting their family and their own interest first, not the will of the people. So this is to tell you also Donald Trump is doing like that. He's putting his interest first and the interest of people who are wealthy surrounding him. They're putting their interest very fast. I came out and tell you that right now, America, it is for the billionaire. The people who are running the government, they are billionaire. The policy that they are coming out with, with this policy that they are making, it is only for the billionaires, to favor the billionaire, but not to favor the poor people. So right now, we have seen MAGA people, they are really regretting to vote in for Donald Trump. So kindly guys, you can also share your thoughts on the comment section. You can tell me, what do you think about Donald Trump going to an extent of he doesn't care and he calls his people weakling. He's calling his people very stupid, and he doesn't need their support right now. You know, right now, Donald Trump, you can tell them in their face he doesn't need their support, simply because this is his last term. So he cannot try to come back and fight for the presidency in America again. So he knows exactly what he is doing, and he's now showing the true color of who he is. So kindly guys, I hope you will like this video. Let's talk more on the comment section, and tell me, what do you feel about today's episode? Is it Trump is doing is he doing good thing to his people, or he has just come out and betrayed his people? Thank you so much. Welcome once again in my next episode.